Alright guys, what's going on? Next episode of Tau Ceti Planetary Crisis by Outer Limit Games. This is the solo playthrough, and we're fixing to start cycle number 4. So I guess let's just get right into it. So first thing we do at the beginning of a new cycle, we're going to move the marker from previous cycle up. So now we're on cycle number 4. First thing we do at the beginning of the cycle, remember this is the enlightenment phase, so we're going to pull. We're going to do the crises first. We're going to pull. Last time we pulled one of my cubes. Fortunately, I managed to stop the crisis because I played a card that would let me do that. But yeah, let's see how our luck goes this time. And oh, I had one and dropped it. Let's try that again. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Okay, well, it's me again. So this should be interesting. So remember, the first thing we do is we pull one of each crisis and specialist card. There they are. Then from each of the AI players, that'll be a good one. We forgot to flip that last time. Give one card. So again, each time one of those is committed, we're going to gain 3 energy. So it's going to put the blue player, the Azarians, up to 9, and the Junans, we're going to shuffle theirs up, and we're going to submit a card. They're going to also get 3. I'm just going to take them from 1 to 4. Now I've got to decide. Gosh. So I've got these 3 cards. You can use our action card, advanced cryptologist card, which lets me get rid of nuclear geophysical crises for free, and a biohazard crisis card. I'm sitting on 2 energy. And I don't have a whole lot of Tau. I think I'm gonna hold on to these. I know I said before I wasn't, but I think I'm gonna hold on to those cards. So let's pull the other ones. And let's see how bad I probably just screwed up. Alright, so what do we got? Alright, here we go. Advanced card that doesn't do anything. Specialist card. We do not have a matching crisis card. Okay, so here we go. We've got 2 cosmic crises. And since we have 2, whichever one has the highest number is the one that we use. So we're going to use Energy Beam here. Energy Beam says directed energy beam, which is originating from deep space, has begun destroying vegetation just outside of populated prefectures. Citizens have begun to panic. Return all cosmic knowledge tokens to the depot. Nobody has a cosmic knowledge token, so it doesn't really have any effect for the immediate effect. However, as per the standard, we're going to pull a cosmic. Oops, that's a biohazard, not cosmic. Cosmic token, and let's see what we got. Really? Okay, well, that happens on my planet. Great. We would up this on the Tau Ceti track, but as you can see, it's already at the max, so we can't go any higher than that. Right. So that takes care of the action phase pretty quick. Next, we will be pulling the commodities off the planets. Ooh. So let's do that. I'm really hoping, gosh, the problem is the nano processor, I need it. I need it to complete my objective, so if it doesn't drop on the exchange, it's going to be really hard. Alright, so let's go through them one at a time. Octo nanofluid. That's going to go from 3 to 2. Telepathic generators from 2 to 1. Genari algae. Oh, I'm sorry. I just did. Yeah, Genari algae for 2 to 1. Alright, so I dropped that. And we have 2 processors. 1, 2. I forgot to move that algae last time. Oops. And the nanofluid is going to go from 3 to 2. So that takes care of resetting that. Now we're going to shake these up, pull them out of our commodity bag, pull 6 new ones, and let's see what we get. Alright. Again, I'm not going to really look. So there's one there. There. We'll go through these when we get done. Sorry, my dog's wanting out with everybody else. That is a high production quality show right here. Let me tell you, it's actually kind of funny. One of the people that I follow, Rob Warren, who, if you've watched my intro, is one of the people that really kind of inspired me to do this. Because I never thought that I could do anything like this on my own. He has some dogs, several dogs, and some cats, but the dogs, and when he's recording in his house in the water pans, you can hear them, and they just lap that water up. It's just like, and you can hear it. He'll be in the middle of playing it, doing a playthrough, and you'll hear it, and he just shakes his head. He always talks about the production value, but I mean, we're all gamers. I mean, I'm doing this to have fun, so I'm not doing it to get famous or anything. So I'm sure you guys can understand that. If you play on your own, you game on your own, you know how that goes. There's always something. So, all right. So that is all of the commodity tokens out, I believe. I haven't missed one. So we'll start up here with a blue. Octo nanofluid goes up by 1. We go around to our nano processors. Dang gummit. Telepathic generators. So that's up 1 there. Another. Wow, that plasma is going to be really expensive. Gold up 1, and telepathic generators up 1. So, beginning of this cycle, Genari algae is at 1, plasma is at 4, nanoprocessors is at 3, octo nanofluid is at 2, gold is at 2, and telepathic generators are at 3. We look at the commodity on my planet. It is telepathic generators. So, fortunately for me, I get one of those for free, which is really fortunate for me because if you remember my objective card, that is one of the things that I need to get 4 of to get those points. So that's cool. Alright, so again, the first thing I'm going to do is my actions. I'm going to play these 2 cards from my hand, the Cryptologist and the Fuel Professional. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I am going to do that. So I have those both sitting out there. I don't know if I'll use the fuel yet. We'll just see how my Tau garnering abilities does this time around. Take all my action markers off from last time. I forgot to do that. Okay, so right. I think now that I've got some Tau, I really would like to get some more cards to use. And I think I'm going to use a recruit action. Which based on my materials marker right now is 3, so that's going to take me from 8 to 5. But I'm also, when I do that, going to sacrifice 1 commodity, a telepathic generator. Let me show you this sheet. I don't know if you can read all of it, but this sheet is on BGG. And so if you go look at the game and go into the file section, you'll find this sheet. Very, very good handout to show you what the resources can be used for. And as it turns out, one of the things that telepathic generators can be used for is we can get an additional specialist when we use the recruit action if we use the telepathic generator. So I'm actually going to take that. I just got that. I'm going to use that, so now I have none. But instead of pulling one crisis and one specialist, I'm actually going to pull 2 specialist cards. The idea being that I want to try to get some actions, to play. So not only will I be doing the 4 actions that I normally do, but I will also be doing all the other actions that I have cards for, theoretically. So I got gamma radiation, nuclear crisis. You know, I can get rid of those. I may need, yes, I may actually play that next time to try to resolve that crisis. It's only worth 1 in my hand, but if I use this other card that I've already played, and that does happen next time, I'll be able to get rid of it to resolve it for free. So that's definitely an option. An action card for buy sell. Take the buy sell action, pay the energy cost, but I gain 1 Tau for doing that. And then another one is an upgrade action where I can pay the energy cost, but I don't have to move my materials marker. Okay. So it would be a good way to do a couple of upgrade actions in a turn. Remember, I cannot upgrade a damage system, so at this point, if I took an upgrade action, because my shields have 1 damage on it, I could not actually upgrade that particular system. Okay, so that's that. That was my recruit action. I really need to find out. I need to get more Tau, but do I want to do that through interplanetary missions or orbitals? Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with an orbital. Okay. So the way this works, I'm gonna do a move action. That's 1 energy. Oh wait, that means I have no energy. Dang. Alright, you know what? I really didn't want to have to do it. I'm going to go ahead and pay. I'm going to use my second action to refuel, which gives me 5 energy. That's going to put me up to 6. I hate to do that. I could pay Tau, but I only have 5 Tau, and I'd have to pay 3 to do that. So, yeah, you know what? I think, yeah, you know what? We're going to do it anyway. Alright, so the third action, I'm going to move. That costs me 1 energy, so I'm going to go from 6 to 5. And I'm going to move into this here. Now, if you'll notice on this tile, if you remember from my components video, this is an asteroid tile. So what does that mean? What we do when we go into asteroids is we're using computers, so we're going to take a die and we're going to roll this die. On a 5 or a 6, it's a success, which means we don't take any damage. If we do not roll that, we take the current level of our computers, which for us is 1, and the difference between that and the dice roll is how much damage we take. Alright, so that's a 6. So we're good. So I don't have to take any damage or worry about that. So I'm good. Let's take an exploration action. That's -2 energy, so I'm going to go from 5 to 3. However, I'm also going to use this Junari algae on that sheet that I showed you earlier. You can use a Junari algae to explore both sections of one of those routes. So I'm actually going to do that, and I think I'm going to start down here and explore this one. Normally I would only be able to explore 1, and then I could put a token on 1, to say, hey, I'm going to do this as another action during this turn. But since this is my last action, this will let me explore both, and hopefully if I can successfully explore both, then I'll be able to put a cube there and maybe next turn build another orbital. And with 2 cubes, I'll start generating some points that I can automatically allot during the beginning of my action phase excuse me, to my shields and my to my Tau and my energy. So that would help tremendously. So let's see what we got. Alright, here we go. Alright, atmospheric. It's ironic, I already have one of those, but nevertheless, we will see what we got here. Looking for atmospheric. Here we go. Atmospheric says you pick up an unusual atmospheric data coming from a Tolus, which may cause disruptions in planetary trade. Alright. Use your military skill. Now my military skill is a 3, and remember, my special ability is I may reroll military logistics skill checks for 0. Right? So if I fail this, I can re-roll it and it will not cost me the 2 Tau it normally does. So this actually works out really, really well for me. Not only because I will not have to pay, but because I get to roll 3 dice instead of just 2. Right? And if I'm really lucky and can score at least one success, get enough on the other ones, I'll get 4 Tau as well. So this could be a huge for me. So here we go. Oh yeah. 12, baby. Nailed it. Cool. Alright, so first things first. Gain the knowledge token. Now I actually have 2 of those. Second thing second. Because I rolled a 12, which is in the 9+ range, I gain 4 Tau. I currently have 5. That will put me at 9. So that's awesome. Then we're going to do the next one. The next one is cosmic. So we take this, and I'm just what I'm doing is when I complete one of these, I'm just putting it on the bottom there, and then I'm just searching through, looking for cosmic. There we go. So let's see what we get. Use your diplomacy skill. Well, that's unfortunate. A gamma ray strikes the ship, but instead of damaging it, the ray is actually a conduit for a strange message. Use your diplomacy skill to decipher the cryptic message. I do not have diplomacy as an advantage, so I will be rolling 2 dice. If I fail this, I've got some Tau, so I probably, if I fail this, re-roll, just so I can get that cube out there. So let's see what we get. I really don't want to take any damage to propulsion though, so if I fail, yeah, let's just see what happens. Oh yes, that is a success. Now, here's an interesting problem, right? So I just rolled an 8. You see 0 to 8 plus 1 damage to propulsion, but I did roll a success, so I'm going to get the token. The question is, do I feel like I could re-roll it, still get a success, and get higher than an 8? Or am I going to risk re-rolling it and not being successful? Now, fortunately for me, my propulsion is a 2. So if I do take 1 damage, I still have some movement. I think I'm going to take the token because I have a token. Also, something to note for me as a player, not the AI, and this is true for your multiplayer games. Whenever we start the game, we seed this depot with 1 of each knowledge token. The reason we do that is you can actually take 2 knowledge tokens, it doesn't matter what they are, and you can trade those in for 1 of any other knowledge token. So I've got 2 atmospheric here already, so if I had had a specialist card that could have gotten rid of a chemical or cosmic crisis, right, then I could have actually turned those in earlier and then used that token and the card to resolve the crisis. But as it stands, I did not want to do that, just in case I pulled something. So for now, we're just going to put these tokens over here on the player mat. So now I've got 2 atmospheric and 1 cosmic knowledge token. But I take 1 damage to propulsion, which is unfortunate, but at least I can still move. What's most fortunate is that now means that put my 1 damage on my propulsion. Check. That means now that I get to go into this bag and I get to pull out another one of my cubes. Let's see here. There we go. Another one of my cubes. I get to place that cube right there. Okay. Now, unfortunately, that was all 4 of my actions, so I'm not going to be able to take the build action to take and make that into orbital. But that's okay. I'm getting myself set up for that later. So that actually completes all 4 of my actions. Alright. So my actions are done. Remember, I played these 2 cards and laid them down. I'm not using them, so I'm taking them back into my hand. And I hold on to those. Put these with the other ones, the other action cards that I picked up. I now have 6 cards in my hand. So I'm going to set those to the side. And now we're going to start the AI action phase. Alright. So let's go over to the AI player mats. You see the exchange, how it's set right now. Let's go to the AI player mats and take their turns, take their actions. Alright guys, we're back over here to the AI's player mats. We're going to start with the Zarian. So let's put them over here on the map. Get rid of these. Apologies, I meant to do that earlier. Alright, so here we go, the Azarians. We're looking at over here on my mat. What did I take actions wise in the left hand and right hand column? Again, I was in the right hand column. So I'm going to roll the die for the actions that we're going to take in the right hand column. And I rolled a 6. Again, because the blue Azarians, because they do not have any damage, I'm rolling on the chart. When we go to the Junins, that's actually not going to be the case because they have some damage. And they're going to have to repair that, so that's going to determine their action. So we're going to start with the Azarians. We're doing number 6. Okay? So, what is number 6? First thing in number 6, minus 3 Tau. Well, they have 10. So now they're going to have 7. So we made that change. That's the first one. Then we do build action. Again, no blue cubes because they haven't successfully explored. Nothing to do there. We go to the next action, upgrade. Alright, their upgrade. Remember, on the upgrade, we move the materials marker to the right. Alright, and we're going to upgrade a system. We have to roll a die for that. Here's the dice roll. Another 3, that's already been upgraded, so we roll it again. 2 has not been upgraded. That is shields. Shields. Alright, so it's going to be 2. They currently have 7, so we could go up to level 3 in shields. Again, I'm assuming that's how that's calculated, the highest possible they can pay for. So there's anti-laser shields. So bam, right there on their player mat. They're upgraded. And it costs, that's 3, right, level 3. We've got 2 here underneath our materials marker, that's a total of 6. So we go from 7 to 1. Alright. So that's take care of the upgrade action. Then they take a recruit action, but they cannot afford a recruit action, so that actually kind of works for us this time around. So that takes care of the Azarians. Their turn is Done. Put them over here. Alright, and next we're going to look at these Unins. Alright, again guys, I apologize for the glare. There's nothing I can do. The way my table's set, it's right by the window, unfortunately. Alright, so the Junins, we're looking at their cards. First thing we see is they have a ton of damage. So, first thing they're going to attempt to do is repair all and pay a cost. They cannot do that because they have more than one damage, but they cannot afford to pay for anything. Then upgrade. They can't upgrade because the way this works is A, you can't upgrade a damage system, but B, the lab, which is the 6th slot, that's only used for human players, non-AI players, and that is a reroll if we roll that. So they've upgraded everything they can upgrade that's not damaged. So we'll actually skip that. And then recruit. Well, we can't recruit because they don't have any Tau. So that actually kind of works out for us this time around. Basically, they didn't get to take any actions. Cool. Now, what I thought originally when I was playing this and reading the rules was that's kind of crazy in this mode, because that means that if you get them damaged enough, they're never going to do anything. I mean, how are they going to generate points? Well, the way they generate points is, remember, they're drawing. When they draw cards, they're drawing 3 cards. Okay, so they're getting points for that. And at the end of the game, one of the scoring mechanism for the AI is you just count the number of cards in their hand, and it's a point per card. So even if they didn't do a whole lot of other stuff on the board, then they could still potentially have several cards, and have a bunch of points that way. So that's the way that works. And if you look, you can still see, like for instance, the left-hand side for Junin doesn't have any plus Tau, but if you look at the right-hand side, they got +6, +7, +8, +5. 4 of the 6 options include getting a bunch of Tau. So, they could potentially, in later cycles, get a bunch of Tau and then be able to repair everything, and then they could start taking some more actions. So that's the Junins, and that is the end of the 4th cycle. So, cool. We're looking okay. We're a little bit damaged over here on our ship. The Azarians have a significant number of cards in their hand. The Junins don't have a whole lot of cards in their hand, but I'm sure that will change. They have, well, take that back. Right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they have 8 cards right now. So that means that represents 8 points they're going to get. Right. So this is how they jack those points up real quick. But that's the Junins. That is the end of cycle 4. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm trying to basically get the episodes down to 1 cycle per episode. So we are halfway through. I'm going to say we're going to go 8 cycles at most. So that's where we're going to be at. We're halfway there. So hope you enjoyed it. This is again Tau Ceti Planetary Crisis by Outer Limit Games. Playing the solo mode, teaching the actions, because as a human player the actions are the same for the full game. And looking forward to getting this to the table with my gaming group and playing an actual playthrough for you. Maybe even live, depending on how everything shakes out. So this is the Board Game Roamer. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. Go play some games, and we will see you next episode. Thanks, guys.